Hey, good morning. December, is it 19th? Yep, December 19th, 2018, Wednesday. Back into the Spider-Verse. I wanted to give the Kingpin a try because after I saw the movie, um, I really liked the way they portrayed him, and it reminded me of back when Bill Sienkiewicz had done the Kingpin in the comics, where they pretty much Bill gave him a round head and a huge body, not just a heavy set uh, man, but he really played up the shape, uh, the rounder face, the bigger, bulky, more powerful body of the Kingpin. And although the guy that plays him in Daredevil, I can't think of his name right now, does a great job with the character. Nobody has those proportions. So in the animated Into the Spider-Verse, they used that. I'm sure they borrowed it or lifted it right from Bill's interpretation. It always appealed to me. Um, so I am going to attempt a wash drawing, uh, and I'm going to try to limit my black line because all around him is going to be black, framing this center shape. The reference I pulled up is a reference you can find on the internet, and it's interesting because I'm not going to mess with the blues, but they've got like a pinkish red up top in his cheeks where the hot areas would be, and it goes into blue in here. Um, a tip of my friend Andrew Robinson, who is a brilliant artist and does beautiful paintings and watercolors. He's the one who had also, when I was doing my first flash watercolor, I asked him about a flesh tone, and he said, believe it or not, pink and gray is what he would use for flesh tones over an ink wash base. It worked out great. So I am going to probably try to do a limited amount of black line work on this because the like I said, the tie all around here, the border is going to be black. So I'm going to concentrate more on tones in the middle, but I am going to get my the drawing part, the part that I want black, done. So um, hopefully this will be something of a good learning lesson for not only myself but for anybody watching. We'll kind of learn together, hopefully. So this is the idea I had yesterday when I kind of got excited because I just really I think I don't know why doing Darth Vader made me think of Kingpin, but maybe it was doing that big round head. Anyway, we'll move forward with this and see what we can get out of it. See if I can't do a good version. Like I said, again, I'm going to try to limit my inking on the face to, although in the movie, I really like the way they used line art with 3D. It's just something you'll have to see to get it kind of. At first, it was kind of annoying, but then since it was so consistent that they didn't just throw it in one times. They left it in throughout the movie. So it began to grow on me. Insert your joke there. Hey, Ron, good morning. No, I'm not putting no hurt on you. I'm just, like I said, oh, great. This guy I'm playing, I thought it was you. I thought you were messing with me on the on the stream, putting a chess move on me. It's this other guy I'm playing. Man, I had this other guy cornered really good. He must be, I don't know. I should have had him in a checkmate, I think, by now, but I don't. So it's kind of frustrating. My end game is extremely weak. I might have some moves at the start, but when it comes to closing it, that's where I seem to fall apart, and that's where I should be stronger. But I got him now to where I have no pawns left. I sacrifice those. I've got a rook and of course, my king and a knight. And he has a rook, a king, and 2 pawns. I almost stopped and got that hair dryer this morning for this, and I probably should have, because these pink tones that I want to put in over the gray, actually it's gray and pink when I did it, but I think I could probably use a little more dry time, but we'll give it a go. I think it's going to be all right because it's just a hint of color. I just kind of want the forehead and cheek area to get a little bit of the blood, where the hot parts of the face map are. So like I said, we'll see how it goes. All right. I'll tell you this, Ron, and maybe you realized it, or I didn't realize it was going to affect that much. But man, when you beat me that first game so fast, my rating, like, I think they start you out at 1,000. I lost like, I think I'm down to like 923 now, or some stupid thing for one loss. Really? I don't know if they penalized me for how fast it happened. But it crunched me, man. Ron, I believe you're the only one tuned in right now. I think as we get nearer to the holidays, I think the I don't know. I don't know how the crowd's going to be. I thought it would be a little better, but you know, people got stuff to do, and they can always watch YouTube later. So me, I'm producing the content. I got to be here. Well, the live content, that is. Anything I can do later, of course. Like that video I showed you where I did the second round of the Captain America that day that I rejected. And the one where I'm putting the tones on the on Sable's Get Carter John Wick piece. I have those that I could actually put out. And you know what? On the one for Zablo, on his piece, I actually should put that together of me doing the tones and put it out as a third part of that playlist. I'm sure I would get some more viewage out of that then, even though it's silent. I could do some narration over it, but I don't know what the purpose would be. I just think I should put it up as a third part and throw it up as extra content, which could help the channel. Hey, episode 31 today, people. Going to be interesting. Wonder what episode 100. Now I'm going to have to kind of be aware. And oh, while I'm talking, I am just using not the headphones. I've had a bit of an ache in my neck. Dr. Kaz, if you're out there, I could probably use a neck adjustment. Anyway, I've had a bit of a crick in my neck that I don't like, so that's why I haven't been doing it. Okay, Ron. Now my watchers are coming in. Good morning, everybody who just joined. welcome. I decided to go back and do Kingpin from the Spider-Verse movie. I really like the way they portrayed him, and I really like the way they took the Bill Sienkiewicz approach to his stature and the look. Good morning, Dr. Kaz. I was just telling Ron I'm not using my headset because my right side of my neck is a little stiff. I could probably use an adjustment. I'll be right up. Be right up after the stream. Have you snap me into place. So this is what I thought about yesterday. This was the idea I had. It just, I think when I was doing Vader's big head, I was, it reminded me of, again, Ron and I were talking, and he wasn't aware that Sienkiewicz had really taken Kingpin and played with his body proportions and stuff. I think it was on that, started in Daredevil or Elektra in the graphic, or the Daredevil painted graphic novel. Yeah, see in about 8 hours. Well, more than that. I gotta finish this. I'll pack your sketches and bring them with me too. Hand deliver. So anyway, this kind of stems from that. Uh, well, I guess it doesn't kind of. It does. It does stem directly from that. And I know that the people that did the movie were definitely. I know they definitely had to be influenced by what Bill had established with the Kingpin character. Um, by looking at comic book for their source material. And again, interesting to note that I'd forgotten Kingpin was originally more of a Spider-Man villain. But when Frank Miller took over Daredevil, he took the Kingpin into Daredevil's universe, and I equate him with more with Daredevil now than Spider-Man. So interesting choice that they would use him for the movie, but it makes sense when you see the movie. Kingpin, first appearance. I don't know. I believe it. I think you knew what it was, right, Ron? I think you told me. Now, that might be. There you go. That's what Ron told me. Hold on 1 minute there, you two. That was Zablo sending me a text, but it was unrelated. But if I don't get it off my phone, you know what happens. I get the reminder bing. Annoying. What's this? Nah, don't need that. I do need to look at this. Let's see. Okay. This guy has me in a bit of a bind, I will say. Bit of a bind. I don't want to lose this game anytime soon, so I don't need my score to take another hit like it did from Ron. So I won't move yet. That's like a 14-day game. That's just silly. A 14-day game. Where are all my people today on Wednesday? Got Dr. Kaz and Ron. That's cool. Thought we'd have a few more. I guess getting closer to Christmas, it might become more of a let's watch it later when we have time, and I totally get that. So it's all good. We will hang out, guys. Yesterday was fun doing the sketches. Getting those. I got one left to do for Stephen. You know, episode 50, let alone 100, is something. So we're at 31 today. Should be at 32. Should be at 33. But hey, that's water under the bridge, so to speak. That's Captain America under the bridge. But I didn't even think about the 25th anniversary, 25th episode. I would have to go look at the playlist to see who I did for episode 25. So who should I do on episode? Well, I was going to say 25. That's where did my brain go? Out the lunch. I need to think of somebody special to do for episode 50. And then 100 needs to be a super special episode. Maybe I'll do a Cap, since he's my favorite character, but it's not all about me. It's about everyone here. It's about the community. There's a head. Hey, good morning, Mike Ross. Unless I draw the kidney lady, I got you. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I I I like your intent though. I genuinely do enjoy the thought that you would think of my poor sweet sister. And that I don't even think she realizes that she's popular on my previous, what was it, 2010, 2011 stream, and has made it into my new one in 2018. Now that is some staying power, right? And the kidney lady has become quite iconic. Quite iconic indeed. Unbeknownst to her. See, that word came out. I didn't stutter over it, so therefore it was successful. Had I tripped over my tongue and tried to get it out the next time or again, it wouldn't have worked. So yes, my sister has become a featured player somewhat. That's right. You are absolutely right, sir. I don't, you know what? I think I did tell her. Uh, I'm trying to remember back now if I ever told her that. I think I showed her the drawing. I don't think I ever showed her the stream because she probably, although it would be funny to dig that one out if I could find it. Um, I don't know if it's still up there on Ustream or not. You know what's interesting is Ustream did send me an email, and I did it, that they were gonna take down some videos. So if I wanted to get them, to go download them, and I know I took a lot of stuff. It took a while. I know I took all the Morning Brew episodes. I think I took some of the head sketches. I know I took Mike. I know I have the one where you called in. I know I have that one where you called in getting hot chocolate. I am pretty sure I would bet that I have it because I looked for it. That was a definite classic right there, sir. Definite classic. Um, I think I do have some of those. So, what I'm wondering is they were all flash. I'm wondering if I can take them into like one of the Adobe Premiere or other video things. If I can bring them in and export those out and put them up on my YouTube as a playlist. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I think that's the one. I think that is that the one when you called in too when we did when Zablo did the electrifying. Uh, was that the same stream? Pay no attention to this background. It's gonna all get black eventually. I Man, Best Buy is just I get about 5 emails from them a day now. I don't really want to like unsubscribe because occasionally I here's the deal. Here's the deal with that type of thing. Um, well, there's the kidney lady asking me right now if I'm working. I'll tell her I'm online live. Funny, her ears must have been burning. And I'm sure she'll text me back an okay or something instead of just letting it go. Um, Bing, what was I? Yep. I told you. If you heard that, that was her texting me back after I said, yes, I'm on live. Hey, 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 let's see. East Coast Comic Expo. That's not the one I do. Nick Bradshaw. Why does that name ring a bell? I've done the one, and I know I won't be back there this coming year because I think I did it the past 2 or 3 years in a row. Uh, the one in, I guess it's New Jersey. It was East Coast Comic Con. Now I think it's called Comic Convention. You know, they want to change the name around a little bit. Boy, let me see something real quick, guys. Is my... Nope, I'm good. Well, relatively speaking. Let me just see something. For some reason, I never could hang in that. Well, I could for, you know, when I would go up when Zach was in Connecticut and stuff. I could hang up. I could hang in there for a month. But full time, no way. Never could. Uh, that's in, where's that, Mike? I thought that was in Canada. I've never been invited to that show. I've done East Coast Comic Con, but it's not the same one you're referring to. I'm quite sure. I had actually the first time I went, and the second time, Spencer Beck had booked me there. Yeah, okay. So, but they're both in Jersey, right? They're both in the Jersey area. I don't think they use the same venue, but I think I do know what you're talking about now. Okay. Let's see what I got going as far as the ink wash. I'm going to put Kingpin out of the way for a minute and see if I got a nice light. Yes. That may be even too dark. That might be too dark, people. Or is it? It's hard to tell. Well, let's get some clean water in here and start light and get darker. Nick Bradshaw. Nick Bradshaw. That name sounds extremely familiar to me. Is he a promoter or is he an actual artist? Mike Cross? That's about the same shade. That's going to be too dark. Good thing I got 7 fire. I'm trying to talk with a brush. Hold on a minute. Trying to talk with a brush in my mouth. Sorry. Wow, this brush that I washed out yesterday still has a ton of ink. Let's see. I'm going to go with this. I mean, I want it to show up. That's what I thought. Just above Maine. Oh, okay. No, I don't know that one, Mike. I'm thinking of a totally different. But if you, when is his show? You know I needed a clean paper towel for something. And it was for dabbing. This is working out good. Okay. Nice light. Let's see. Get a little in here. And May, Friday and Saturday show, smallish. Okay, well, that's probably not something then that I'm gonna be one of his people that he wants to bring in, if it is indeed that small. But interesting nonetheless. Yeah, this tone's showing up on the stream. Good. I have no idea. It is showing that I have 0 viewers. Is that true? Could that be true? I guess. But Mr. Cross appears to be in the room. I don't consider him not a viewer. That's right. Hey, Mike Cross, if you haven't done it yet, can you give this video a thumbs up? I see there's two. Look at that thumb. Bump, 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 bump. Give the video a like. Give it some love. I see the count is on 2. I'm just wondering if something with the connection, maybe YouTube is. Oh, it jumped up to 4. Now what's going on? I'm still showing no viewers, but it went from 2 to 4. Hey, Tater. Thank you, Tater. I appreciate that. Now it's at 5. Well, okay. I don't know why it's showing me no viewers. Usually I get a viewer count, and I know somebody's in here. Anyway, that's kind of weird, but I do appreciate the likes there, fellas. It kind of lets me know that okay, so there's just something. There are people out there. There's just something not working correct. Or I should say correctly, right? Hey, yeah, thanks, Tater. Oh, thank you, Dr. Kaz. You show 6? I see 0. Wow, that is just odd. But thank y'all. That usually I see like it gives me a viewer count, gives me the thumbs up, and I am seeing 5 thumbs up. So it must be a glitch somewhere on what I'm seeing and not what you guys are relating to. All right, so I'm digging this. I'm digging the Kingpin here. I'm having fun. Okay, I don't need to know about that. Well, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. It was an email. I just saw the subject line, so it doesn't really affect me. So it might in the future, but right now it doesn't. Carry on with Kingpin. Now, see, I can get a little wild up here since it's going to be all dark behind him, so I can get this really toned in nicely without worrying about fussing with going outside of a line. No. Let me just see. Hello? Hello? That was a call from Toronto, Ontario. That would not have been you, would it have been, Mr. Cross? You know, at one point, Sable probably would have made a good, decent Kingpin. Now we're a bit too aged for that, I would say. Okay, let me take a look at this because I got to kind of move fast on this one. It's going to be a little darker. But remember, folks, I am going to go over this with a extremely light pink and maybe some gray wash for his fleshy tones here. Maybe. I might decide I don't need it, but the reference has it and I kind of like it. Okay, come on. Little dry time and you would call me collect it. A dirty dog? You probably would, wouldn't you? This is where I could use that hair dryer. Not for my own coif, and definitely not for the kingpins, but just to dry the ink wash. Oh, okay. While that's drying, the guy finally moved in my other chess game. Let's see what I got here. I knew he was going to do that. So I have to take it to here. No, I have to take it to here. There we go. Now he is back in check. Ron, I can't believe you took that. I'm going to take that. And that guy, yeah, I'm going to see how my other game works out first. So, oh, wash on his suit here. A little bit of light gray. And let's see, it kind of does have a bit of a cast shadow. Get some water, pull this down. Other side. Oh, I know what. The top of his, I need a nice light. Could be a little darker than that. Not much though. Actually, okay. The nose is extremely pink in here. Around the eyes, more pink. The cheeks a bit, and then the top of the head. So that's what I'm going to be, and actually a little bit on the chin and this fleshy part here. So I will be doing a bit of a very, hopefully, I really have to get the color correct to really sell it as well as I want to sell the effect. So far, so good though. Oh wait. Good morning, AG. Well, you would have been right, sir. You would have been absolutely correct. I love the way they handled the character in the movie. Okay, he can go up there, and I'm not going to chase him. I will, I'll get back to that. I just looking at the chess games I got going on while this is drying. If I had that hair dryer, I could, and yeah, and that's why I wanted to do this. When I was actually, it was kind of funny when I was working on the Darth Vader yesterday with the big helmet head. It just hit me, and I was like, you know what? That's a really fun take on Kingpin, and I want to kind of do a version of it, AG. So that's here's a good pun for you, especially. That's what spawned me to do this. I know, bad pun, but since I did a spawn drawing for AG, it works. That's my story. I'm going to stick to it. Well, I did do a spawn drawing for him, so. I don't know if it's, I'm going to have to pull this in a minute. I don't know if it's just my light making this look a little bit too light over on this side on my left, or if the value is too light. I think the value might be too light. Let's see. Not particularly. I think it's more of the light, my lamp hitting it. All right. So once that gets good and dry, I'm going to start mixing my little drop of red, excuse me, that will be the base of the fleshy parts of his skin. See, I was there for that. Wow, man, this concentrated watercolor is some serious. I mean, I'm not kidding. You know, one little, not even a drop. I just use the eyedropper that comes in it, and it's already, I can tell, going to be too pink. The way I have it mixed, I need to probably going to use about every little well I have on this palette to get the right let's see. I'm going to give this a test. Yeah, get some of that ink in there. I need to tone it down. This is my friend Andrew Robinson gave me this tip on flesh tones because I was asking him when I did that first watercolor with the flesh. I asked him about pink. I said, "What or flesh tone?" I said, "What would you use, Andrew?" And pink and gray was his answer. You know what? I'm surprised. That's not as red as I thought it would be. I think I maybe got too much of the gray. Although, like I said, I just want I want a little more color than that, but I'll tell you what, not a lot. So let's do one more little touch of red in there. I'm not going to mix it around so much this time. And let's see what I get. Now it'll probably come out way too red. No, actually, that is about what I'm looking for. Believe it. Well, see, you all aren't seeing the. I'm trying here. You're not seeing it as well. Is it the first one right here? When you see it like on the original, it's kind of there. It's just actually I'm gonna go with it because, like I said, it's just enough to represent a flesh, like a red, enough red in a face that you would say, okay, it's the hot part, the forehead, the eyes, and the nose. He's got a little bit on his chin, bottom lip maybe. So I'll put a big wash in across his forehead. And let's see. Hopefully, wish me luck, people. I got to move it fairly quick, so I'm trying to think of a starting point in case I need to. It's going to be right here. I need more color. I do need that. Wow, okay, I do need more color. There we go. Kind of surprised me. I thought it was... And I need to get down into his ear for some red. And side of his face. But I want the gray in there too because it needs it. Let's get to this side real quick while we're still nice and wet. Ear. Okay. Stop. I need to stop myself. Now, I know you all can't see that at all, probably. I'm looking at my monitor, and I think the lamp is... See, it's still shiny because it's wet. And the light, the brighter light that makes it clearer is reflecting a bit on it. All right, so let's go ahead and get these other pinky parts, which are going to be underneath the eye. These I can kind of do separate, so I'm pretty much good to go with them. Okay. I wish you all were getting the better view of this. And I'm sure you all wish that too, but there's not much I can really do about it right now, because I don't want to saturate the color too much. That would kill the effect of what I'm going after, which is basically the reference that you can find online. If you Google Kingpin Spider-Verse, you'll see the shot that I'm working off of. Just doing my own version of that. All right, and it gets a little red up here. Well, I say red, but pink. Flesh color, blood color, where the hot areas of the face are. Go a little bit more on the nose. And his bottom lip is going to get hit with it. Let's see. I think I'm getting brave now because the tone is like what I want, so it didn't come out too cherry red. It's just the right pinky color that I wanted to see. Hey, good morning, Shannon. How's it going today there, bud? Well, I hope. So we get a little flesh here, a little red, a little heat. And good to hear, Shannon. Good to hear, buddy. Okay. So actually, it's kind of interesting because I believe it was Ron that asked me. I forget which piece I was doing. It was one of his other Spider-Verse pieces, and he asked me, "Oh, I know, about if I put the Dr. Martin's watercolor over the gray, would it affect it?" And I told him no. I said they dry fairly quick, which they do. I would like to have it a little bit drier. I want to get a little more, like it's the blood pooling under the eye. And I want to go a little more red, so I'm going to add another on the nose because it's another one of the real hot spots on the face that if you look at people, that's where you're going to see the real, a lot more red is around the eyes where the skin is thinner, and the nose area. There we go. Okay. I don't think, here's the thing. It is so subtle, and it kind of has to be, that I'm looking at my monitor occasionally, and so I'm sure that what you all are seeing is probably like the same I am, and you can't really appreciate the light pink fleshy color over the gray, to give it the hot area. So for that, it's just the way it's going to have to be. When I put the scan up on Twitter, you'll be able to appreciate it a lot more. You'll be able to see it more in the thumbnail, the YouTube thumbnail also. I know those things are so small, but so that's about it for color. I do want to soften this edge over here real quick. Well, I can still get it soft. Got a little bit too much water on that brush. There we go. Okay, and dab. Just gave it a little bit of time to dry, to soak in, but not too much. That way I'm not taking everything off. And the last thing I think I can do here is a little bit more rosy red in the cheeks. And dry a little bit and dab. And dry a little bit and dab. Yep, let's do that one again one more time. There we go. Okay. Now I am quite satisfied with the with the feel of this one. And the interesting thing is I am washing this brush in clear water. Here, in this clear water, and I'm getting no notice of like red in it. However, once this brush dries like overnight and I put it back into clean water, this one that I just used for the ink and the watercolor and stuff, then more color is going to come out of it. I need to find out from somebody who knows more than I do about this stuff how I can remedy that. So now basically it's just painting in the rest of it black, and we've got a Spider-Verse animated heavily influenced, I'm saying, a Bill Sienkiewicz Kingpin character. Maybe I should let me see if I turn this light off. I'm sure that it's still wet, so I know it's still catching a little bit of glare. Let's see. Yeah, that might give you all a little bit better look. I'm going to turn the light back on, I think. Let me see. Let me walk back around and look at my monitor. What do you think? You want me to leave that extra light off as I fill in the blacks? Do y'all can see the pink color in the gray a lot better there, right? I can. But I'm wondering, kind of polling you all to figure out, should I leave the light off while I put in the black, or should I put it back on? Yeah, I have brush cleaner. I don't have pink soap. I have that what is it? This stuff. But I'm not going to do that every time. This is that Masters. What is it? Yeah, the Masters brush cleaner and preserver. And with these brushes that are like a couple of bucks, I don't do it. That's ink in there from my more expensive inking brushes. But these brushes, like I said, I know it's going to happen, so I don't particularly worry that much about it. So yeah, I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, you can actually see the pink and the gray now a lot better. It's dark. I don't think me lifting it up, it doesn't help. It's one of the things where you really have to see the piece in person, or when I get it scanned, hopefully it will show up better. So I'm going to turn the light back on while I fill in the blacks. That'll just, I think that does make a clearer picture for everybody. This extra little light I put up here. But it also blows out a lot of the a lot of what I just did. But that's okay. Because see, this area here is still really wet. It's damp. I would like to have that dried. Eventually it will. So there you go. Eventually it will. I do know that. And I'm going to add while I'm doing this task, I'm going to remind everybody that, and I know that you all watching, most of you, if not all of you, are subscribed. But if you're watching this live for your first, if this is the first time you've watched me live and you're not subscribed, I would invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get notified when I'm streaming or have posted content. That will be coming. I need a few more things in place and then I can start that. And don't forget, if you like what you're seeing, to please give the video a thumbs up, like, and don't forget to comment below. If you have a question or a suggestion or whatever, let me know. Let me hear from you below, and I will answer you as soon as I can and to the best of my ability. And I want to thank all of you who have taken the time. Hey, you know, this is kind of looking cool with a, it's almost like a portrait. If I keep a brushy, I had planned, because in the movie, his, it's kind of like the Sienkiewicz thing. His back is all the way over his head. But if I do some of that type of stuff around it, it's almost like a, when a portrait painter does somebody and they keep the background real brushy and loose. But thank you all who have taken the time to subscribe, watch, like, comment, and purchase. It is greatly appreciated. I almost got one today, but I kind of got to get past Christmas. I'm usually a little better off this time of year, but it's been a tough last quarter for me in a lot of ways. So I'm not crying to anybody. I'm just stating a fact. and it usually gets worked out. Something usually comes up. Now, losing that job last week that I thought we had, but that I thought was like, okay, you know, this is gonna be great right before Christmas. Here's not a great paying job, but hey, it was a decent paying job. It wouldn't have moved the needle a ton, but it would have moved the needle enough. But anyway, I digress. And this one is available. This is not a, you know, nobody pre-bought this one. So if you are interested in it, $50 and it's yours. I will say $40 until the end of the year for your requests. I have two. I think I finally know what I'm gonna do tomorrow and Friday, and I think I'm gonna actually switch them around. And the one that I was gonna do tomorrow, I think I'm gonna save for Friday. It's like if I did something like, you know, this around the black, it kind of gives it that portrait feeling. And I'm beginning to think I should do that. To leave I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Let's do a little bit more. I don't have it filled in yet. That kind of looks good. It's like it's a big oil painting that the Kingpin had done of himself. Let's see. Let's play around with that a little bit more. I can always fill it in black. I'll see what you all think. Give me some comments or some in the chat. Give me some input. Most of the time what they do, a lot of what you get back here, they call it staining the canvas. So it's not a pure white canvas. And they'll go in with some colors. And then sometimes they rework it as the painting goes along. But that's why you get these portraits with just kind of some haphazard background texture type stuff, because they're just basically getting the canvas from being white, so when they work on it, it's got a different value than white on it. It could be any, usually it's a neutral color, but it can be into a color range. So anyway, like I was saying, this one is available for $50 to the end of the year. If you have a request, they are $40. In 2019, these will be going up to $60. So, if you're thinking about it, now would be the time to get your request in, because there's no way I'm going to be able to handle all requests by the end of the year. So some of those will go into 2019. Well, I think I'm going to do it black, but it is kind of, yeah, I know it does, but I think I'm going to go ahead and fill it in black. What I'll do on my thumbnail is I'm going to put a white stroke around it so it'll separate itself from the background. I agree, AG. I like it, but I kind of think I'm going to like it all black also. I should, and I did have the thought before I started of not filling it all in, and I think I would have handled it a little bit different and filling in the blacks to start with had I really thought I was going to go that way. Yeah, I got to watch that paint, that ink over there. It's in my fingers. It's not dry. So tomorrow, there is going to be, as far as I know, it's another villain. Not from the Spider-Verse, though. I will say that. This was for sheer fun, this one here, and I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun, and I like the result. I'm kind of happy with the way this turned out from start to finish. Let's see. If anybody decides that they want to pick this up later today or tomorrow or whatever, as long as it's still available, just either, if you got my email, shoot me an email. If not, leave a comment down below. And we'll get that taken care of. Inky fingers. I don't like it. All right. So I am going to leave it like I don't think I can put tape anywhere. There's a few areas that I'm trying to touch up. All right, so I have to get the ink off my fingers, but there we go. Maybe I'll use this. Maybe I can use the brush. See, I don't want that getting anywhere on the face or the his shirt. All right, so that is it for today. That will end this stream. I have one symbiote quick sketch that I need to. Whoa, come on now, work with me, Kingpin. I know you're the boss. I have one symbiote Spider-Man quick sketch that I need to complete for Steven, and then those will be done. Yeah. Oh, well, Shannon, were you talking about the painted effect that I got rid of now? Because I kind of like the all black now that I've done it. Although in my thumbnail, I'm going to go ahead and Photoshop and put a nice white stroke around it so it separates from the way I have my thumbnails on the background, because usually there is a little bit of something on those backgrounds that makes it stand out. But since this one doesn't, I'm going to have to fabricate something, which is, that's cool. There we go. All right. So thank you, everybody. I will probably stream the Symbiote Spider-Man sometime later today. So if you all are around and want to catch a short quick sketch, make sure you have your notification bell ready to go. And thank you all for this morning. I do appreciate it. And if I don't see you later this afternoon when I do the symbiote, then I'll catch you in the morning. Oh, by the way, Inky Fingers, that's right. That would be a good name for a band. Tomorrow morning, this is the last day of my son's school. He doesn't go back to January 7th, so I will probably be 7 a.m. tomorrow and Friday, and until he has to go back. I will be back to the early morning. It just works out better for me. This gets too close into afternoon, lunchtime, other type of stuff for me, but had to do it for the past week and a half or so. All right, everyone, that's it. That's the last thing I can think of. So hopefully I'll see some of you all this afternoon for a half hour or 40 minutes or whatever. And thank you all again. Take care. Have a great day. If I don't see you later, see you in the morning.